Good evening. This is Sara from Sarita Sales. And today I brought you this flower. I don't know the name, but it's a fun and easy one and quick too. With this one, you can use your um, any fabric. I used calico, which I don't have with me right now, but I have one here. I just didn't put a center. Um, Sorry. This is calico. And this is like a chiffon type fabric. This is lace, which is part of our curtain. It's a little flimsy, but you can still see the shape. And this one was made with satin. So what you need is circles. I'm gonna do show you with is my goodness, um, this fabric, and I just folded it by the length of the fabric. It's organza, and then I pinned it in place because this one is so slippery. So I just took I have an empty ribbon spool, and I just cut around it. I held it carefully, and I didn't have to mark it. I just held it and cut until I got my circles. For this, you need 5 circles. Um, for this one, I use the bottom of my cup, just trace around my cups because I wanted a smaller circle, and that's what it got me. So it depends what you would like, what size you would like. You might want to make them bigger. So you don't need a lot of fabric. You just need a nice, like 8 by 11 would be good. Probably nice, a little bit more than you need, but it's better to have more than run out. Anyway, I did cut my circles with pink and shears because I haven't shown you the burnt method yet. So pink and shears will help from oh my gosh, all I can think is in Spanish, but it doesn't come apart easily. With this, you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to start. You can start on the top or on the bottom, but just try to be consistent. I found that if I start on the top, it would bring the beginning of my petal in instead of out. So I like that in. So, and then the first stitch, I found out that if you do at least half an inch is better than the rest. And the rest you can go, about 1/4 inch. And just to stay away from the edge, probably 1/8 of an inch. So with this fabric, I had to be so careful because it keeps slipping on me. And so on this end, I'm going to try to finish so I can go down. Okay. So if you start on the bottom, then you're going to go down at the end, and that would bring it in also. I mean, if you, I remember the first time I made one, it was just like, why don't they look the same? And I figured that's what it was. Because look, when you gather it, it comes in. If not, it would go like that, which is pretty too, but just be consistent. So that's all you do. You fold your circle in half and you go from under, start underneath, half an inch at least, and then smaller stitches. And you have about an eighth of an inch from the edge. It's a quick and easy flower. And when you're using the cotton fabric, see, so I know I want to be on top, so I'm going to make my next stitch bigger so I have enough to go. Okay. So whenever you're using cotton fabric, it's a little bulkier. So when you do your stitches, don't do them very tiny because then it's going to be, remember I said the tinier, the bigger the hole. And if you were doing layers, like with this flower you can, right now I'm doing 5 petals, but like you can do 7 and then put like 5 on top and then 3 or so. And so you want your hole bigger because you want it, you have more petals, so it's going to be at least that big. And then the smaller one is going to be a little bit closer. And then if you do that last, if you do 3 or so on top, it's going to have at least you're going to try to get it as close as you can get it. Anyway, you just go and I have 4. This is my 4th one. Hi, Susie. How are you? I'm sorry. I don't know when you came in, but I'm trying to concentrate here and missed you. So welcome. So I don't know how much you listen to, but I cut some circles out of, I use this ribbon, empty ribbon circle for my pattern, and I'm using organza fabric. And I found that organza is a little bit slippery, so I have to be careful. But I think it's going to be really pretty. I made some with, this is like a chiffon type fabric. It's kind of sheer. And this is like a satin fabric. And I used lace on this one. It's a little flimsy, but still pretty. You know, if you lay it on a box or something. And then I was making this one with regular cotton fabric. And you just got 5 circles. And you sew them in half. And when I start the next one, I'll tell you. I was saying when you start, be consistent if you wanted to start on the bottom or you can start on the top. Just be consistent. I started on the top, so that's, I mean on the bottom, so that's how I'm going to finish. And then your first stitch is going to be at least half an inch, and then the rest would be at least a 1/4 inch, or you can do bigger ones. It all depends on you and on the fabric. On my last flower, I was explaining that if you, like if you're making yo-yos, if you do your stitches tiny, then the hole will be bigger. But if you make them bigger, then you can gather it more. So whenever I'm at the end here, I have at least half an inch, and this is where I want my needle. My last stitch is going to come to the top and go in. So that way it'll come in when I gather. See, it comes in, and then this one comes in this way too. So these are my 5 petals. And then I just gonna gather them. And I'm gonna tie them instead of stitching it. So I'll pull my beginning thread and pull on them. I know they're all going the same way, so I can fix them in a minute. But when I knot it, I do like a square knot, and I go in once, and then once more, and then pull. I'm a quilter, so this, when we do tie a quilt, that's what we use. That's called a surgeon's knot. So see, I have time to make sure I have my petals like I want them, and my knots didn't come apart yet. It does eventually, but it gives me a little time. Then I go back and do it again. Whoops. It helps if you're not let go of the thread. You go once and then twice. And I'm using regular thread. I use double strands because you don't really see it. And then you just fix your petals. It has like a little bowl thing. Or if you don't like that side, you can come back and do it on this side. But the folds go on that side, so it looks better on that side. So that's practically it. And if you want, you can fold this. This organza is not letting me. When you fold it like that, it's really pretty. See, like this one. Yes, it's very slippery, so it has like a mind of its own. So it won't. You can make the little bowl, but not the little fold. But I just wanted to see what it looked like. So I can, if I'm on this one, I use the button, and that's half of a pearl. So if I was going to use a button or a whole pearl or something, I can go back, bring my thread up, and then stitch it. But I'm not sure what I have here. I have some, you can use like cover buttons. That's not the right color. I like this one, but it's, oops. It's one of those strands that you cut, but it's missing a pearl, so I don't want to put that one. And sometimes you can use like little, these are like a porcelain type flower, which is pretty. Sometimes if you see like my thread there, you might want to get something big enough to cover that, and you don't see it anymore. So what I would do is just glue my piece there, and that would be it. Oh, hi, Penny. How are you? And then that's it. So you have to rewatch, Penny. But I'll show you what I made. These are flowers you can use any kind of fabric, actually. This is like, this was actually a curtain also. But it's like, what did I say it was? Me and names don't get along. It's also a slippery fabric, but not as bad. And then this one's like a satin. And then I took a piece of that same fabric and glued it on the back so you don't see the back. And same with this one. Well, this one I haven't yet, but that I use, this is like a lace curtain too that I used. And then with this one, I use the regular cotton, and I forgot to finish it. And so with this one, I did, oh, that's what I got in a knot. That's why I didn't finish it. There it goes. So these are easy and fun and very relaxing. See, it took me 15 minutes, by showing and stopping and explaining. So it would go fast. And then I can just put a button or something. And I was saying earlier, if you want to do like layers, you can go and do maybe 7 and then come back and do 5, stagger them, and then do 3. And it almost would look like a rose, I would think. I was going to do one and I just didn't get to it. But it's fun and easy. Do you ladies have any questions? Oh, my center came out. I was doing the organza, but it's slippery. Oh, I want to show you my jar. These are all my little scraps. And I was looking at it today and I go, oh, that's kind of cute. Just scraps. I started by collecting just the threads, but then the more I cut flowers, I kept making more pieces. So I thought, okay, I'll just put them in there too. So we'll see what that comes out of. At the end, I could put like a pincushion, huh? And then make it a pincushion jar with my scraps. Yeah. So that's it. And I just got leaves with my pink and shears, and I folded it like this because I haven't shown you the burning way. So I thought, okay, I have to do, can't show you those yet. So it's fun. I'm having fun making them. Correct. Yeah. And remember I said, if you start on the bottom on each, start on the bottom and finish on top. If you start on top, then you're going to finish on the bottom. So the petals will fold in or they would fold out. Hi, Erica. I'm glad you came by because I want to show you how you can find me. Penny and Susie, this is Erica. I just met her yesterday. And she's a new subby. So I'm going to type in my name. And you can go on. I tried to look you up on Messenger, but there were too many Ericas. Hold on. So I thought, okay. So I just typed in my name. Oh, wait. So you're going to look on Messenger under this name. And I have the, what's it called? A tatted cross. Let me see if I can go there right now and show you. See, that's what you're gonna look for. That's me. Okay, and then because I couldn't decide which one was you on Messenger, so I thought, okay, I'll wait for her to come in. But thank you for subscribing. Did you get my name, hon? Anyway, so if you go to Messenger and do that, then I can accept you, and then you can send me your information. Easy as that. Okay. So, any other questions, ladies? I'm probably going to start sales soon. My husband goes back to work on Friday, so I'll be a free woman. I haven't decided yet, though. I might put some on for sale, like a tease on YouTube, and see if anybody. Yes, you can do some with white ribbon. I don't. Let me see. The only thing is there. You could probably, because they're circles, you can probably cut half of a circle. Hold on. So I'm going to cut one. I'm just going to use my pink and shears because that's all I have. I would cut it like this. It's just not going to have the puffiness that, oh, okay, good, that a whole circle does. So it's going to be a little bit flat. This ribbon I just grabbed is not the right ribbon either, because this is a floral ribbon. So we'll see. So it's kind of stiff to begin with. But let me see. Oh, here's my needle. So if I go, this is my practice ribbon, because then I don't have to mess up my other ribbons. Because I don't have much. Whatever I have on hand, that's what I've been using. And so it doesn't look bad. It will kind of hold the body better, probably. Well, this is stiffer than the regular ribbon. On my last video, Susie, I mentioned that what I'm using for ribbons is the satin. But look, the pattern calls for a full circle, but I only cut half of a circle. So that's not, well, this is ribbon, flower ribbon. So it's, of course, it's stiff, so it's holding it. I should get a piece of the other one. But I was saying that if you're going to use, if you're going to buy ribbon, oops, buy some ribbon. This is satin ribbon, and that's the flat, and this is the shiny side. To me, is if you were going to invest on some ribbon, use this one instead of the kind that is satin in both sides. This one's a little stiffer than the satin one is a lot floppier, because this one, let me cut this. Okay, I'm gonna do this one with regular satin and see how it goes. Okay, here's the half of a circle. Okay. What happened? Oh, here it is. Here's my needle. Yeah. So it does look pretty. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so it does work. The only thing with this, you're gonna have this raw edge. Have you ever burned ribbon or stuff like this, Susie? You know, that's when you melt the edges so it doesn't unravel. That's what you would have to do with this ribbon. Okay, so that's half of the ribbon. So, keep moving it. You could, but all these flowers are done with fabric, and they're whole circles like this. And Susie wanted to know about the ribbon. Well, you can't really cut a circle out of this. That's why we were doing it on half a circle, half a ribbon. No, but I seen it done. Right. Let me see if I have my. I was just gonna do one whole class on burning the fabric. So if you're brave enough, you can take a lighter or a candle, and this is all you do. And because this one is, I bought this lighter, and I had to ask the lady, how do you use a lighter? Because I have never in my life used a lighter. She thought that was funny. Anyway, I folded the ribbon the other way, but it should have gone in. Anyway, see, it melted, so let me try it this way. I want to match the ends. See, I don't know how to use it. Okay. So it looks like a little bonnet. It is cute. And when you gather all of them, it'll be tighter. So anyway, that's half of a circle with the ribbon. But this way is easier for this type of flower. Last week's flower was really easy, and that was just a gathering stitch. So next week, I'm going to do one that is with ribbon. You can use any kind of ribbon and you make petals out of them. So you might want to wait for that one because it looks almost like this, but it's with folding the ribbon and making the flower. I can't tell you if I'm going to come Tuesday. I was saying whenever I have a chance, I can come and do the demo, because next week probably I will be on during the day because my husband won't be home. And like right now he's at Bible study. So I thought, okay, this is a good time. That's why I came on. I know there's a lot going on tonight, but this was my only chance. So, but next week, I'm going to be in the morning. If I do, probably Tuesday morning, I'll do, unless I can do it earlier, during the week. I don't know, maybe Friday. I don't know. Just depends. Anyway, I just got this leaf. This is a shiny fabric. It's not satin. It's a little thicker. It all depends. The fabrics that you need to get they have to have polyester in them. So if you want to burn the edges, they have to melt. So that's what I got. I cut this one because I haven't shown you the burning method. That's why I just use my pink and shears. And then I fold it in half. So you kind of see the vein. And you can even iron it. Of course, this is not going to stay, but with the burning method, you can see the, let me see if I have one handy. I didn't want to show you because, but this is what, oh, that's a back. This is what we can do eventually. Anyway. See, and that's all by putting heat to it. So it's fun. I enjoy doing them. Yes, just like you saw my other, thank you. Like you saw my other videos, Erica, you can go to my channel and they'll be there. So, and this is some of my paper that I coffee dye. When I do sales, I might be selling some of it. This is one of them. But anyway, and you know what this was? This is not eyelash, but it kind of looks like eyelash. This was from this organza etching. I thought, oh, I could use that. So I had to sew on it and then cut it and then just put it around. Like I said, organza is pretty, but it's harder to work with. Oh, thank you, Erica. Hi, Susan. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is the one we made. Well, this is the one we made tonight with organza, but it's a little bit slippery. So you can use calico, regular cotton, or you can use like a satin fabric. And I needed something bigger for the middle, so I just used a little applique. And this one's a button. And this is lace, like a curtain lace. And let me show you the other one. Maybe not. Okay, I don't have it here, so never mind. But it's a nice, easy one. You need circles. You need 5. And this is what I use for my pattern, an empty ribbon roll thing. And I use that for my pattern and cut. I stacked my fabric. I stacked them like this and just cut around. So I got my 5 pieces at once. So it depends on the width of your circle. That's how much fabric you need, just one strip. Susan, Erica's new to our world. Well, I don't know. You've been doing stuff, Erica, or you just joined YouTube, or I went to your channel. You don't have any videos or anything, but you have subscribers, so I guess you've been around, huh? So that's about it. Do any of you have questions? Other questions? Do you work on okay. Do you work on Tuesday, Susan? Hmm. All right. I will respond to your PM in a little bit, okay, Erica? And then you can send me your information, like your shipping address, and then we'll go from there. You're in the States, right? No, I did coffee dye paper. So that's what I look forward to during the summer, because it's easier to do outside. Oh, okay, good. Because after I mentioned it, I thought, oh no, I hope she's not in Australia or someplace. Good. Well, ladies, thank you for joining me. And like I said, you know, I'm not sure exactly. I'm hoping maybe next Tuesday, unless I can do it earlier. But for sure, next Tuesday, sometime during the day, probably morning, I'm going to bring you another one. Like I said, it's kind of similar, but using ribbon this time. It's just a folding method. And then after that, maybe we can do some burning or melting or whatever. I think melting would be good. So, because then you can start cutting ribbon and sealing it. And then the fun will begin. Okay, so thank you so much. You ladies have a great rest of the week and stay safe, and I'll see you around. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night, all. Good. Show me pictures next time. Oh, bye, Bonnie. Were you here? Were you lurking? Okay, ladies. Love to you all. Bye bye.